All right, thank you very much, Craig. In the U.S. today, the number of people having trouble getting pregnant or carrying a pregnancy to term has reached 7.3 million. That's almost as much as the entire populations of Alabama and Mississippi combined, and the numbers are increasing every year.
Couples experiencing this problem have a special kind of spiritual and emotional needs. Psychotherapist Fulwiler Jones is a renowned expert in the field of infertility counseling, and she joins us this morning with some comfort for these couples and their family and friends. Good morning. Now, personally, I've had family members that have gone through this, and you know, women like you and people like you came in big time and helped out a great deal. So,
Absolutely.
How important is it?
I think it's very important to get help and support and to be around people that really understand what you're going through. It is a challenging time that is a real secret medical heartache.
We just had our first baby, and we waited for 10 years, and people would say, oh, when are you going to have kids? When are you going to have kids? And we didn't have a problem with that, but I can totally understand where if you were trying to conceive or you were trying to get pregnant and people were asking you about it repeatedly, how hard that would be to answer those questions.
Oh, they hate those questions.
Yeah.
Because they feel put on the spot. They don't know how to answer. It may be very emotional, like they may have just found out that they weren't pregnant and they're about to burst out crying and don't really want to deal with those issues. It feels very stressful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it stirs up emotions, like we mentioned in the open, that you don't know what's happening behind closed doors.
Right.
So how do you approach that then?
Well, when I work with couples, I really try to do exercises and techniques that they can practice to feel calmer and feel better and more hopeful. In terms of dealing with family and friends, I really do talk about that a lot in my book too, about things they can say, things they shouldn't say, ways to be helpful and supportive.
What are some of the key phrases that you're telling family members to focus on when talking to a couple that's going through infertility problems?
Well, mostly to say, I don't really understand what's going on. Can you tell me more about what you're going through? Or, I know you have surgery coming up. Can I bring you dinner? Or can I take you to some of your many, many doctor appointments that you go to?
Right.
And to let them know that a couple is a family too, and whether they end up having a child or not, or however they build their family, it's absolutely fine with you.
So it's recognizing the issue at hand, but not, digging too deep and not getting too personal, but recognizing it and making it known that you're aware that you're dealing with some things. We're here to help.
Right, and letting them know that you are okay if they want to get personal. You're here to listen, but to let them tell you when they're ready to talk about it rather than you putting them on the spot to talk about it
Sure.
if they're not ready.
What are some of the key phrases you tell them? For example, if they are approached with, when are you guys going to have kids? How do you tell them to handle that situation?
Well, they may say, we're trying whenever our bodies cooperate, or we're certainly hoping that will happen soon, or, various just quick phrases, because they don't want to get in a big conversation about it typically. But they do often want the support and comfort from other people. I applaud the celebrities that have come out in the last probably month talking very openly about their infertility and what a struggle it is, because the more that gets out there, the better.
And I know that I've heard this many times. I know you've probably had this situation as well. Stress just adds to the problem. If they're trying to conceive and then they're stressed out about it, adding to the mental issues, kind of just, you see it all happen in their body physically as well. So when you can take that away, do you see couples end up getting pregnant if they can kind of take the stress off for a while?
Well, sometimes decreasing the stress will help them get pregnant, but more importantly, decreasing the stress helps you feel good.
Right.
So anytime we're living with less stress, we feel a whole lot better. So I love to talk about techniques, yoga, breathing exercises. Just simply changing how you breathe can make a big difference in decreasing your stress.
My sister was pregnant. She miscarried a few times, was told they couldn't have a child. They adopted a son, and bringing the son into the home relieved all the stress. She's now 7.5 months pregnant.
Isn't that cool?
So it can happen. I mean, it's amazing.
It happens in a small percentage of the time like that, but you hear about that a lot. So
Right.
people think, oh, good, but
Right.
the decreasing the stress certainly helps people feel better and have better quality of life.
Well,
That's
I know
great.
for more information, if someone's out there watching and they want to get in touch with you, they can do it through your website. It's the infertilitycounselor.com. You can also order her book, learn more about infertility, especially if you have a friend or a family member that's going through this. This would be a perfect gift for them, for yourself, to read up on it, and then you can be supportive without prodding and getting too deep into the subject. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming
for coming in.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.